In 1937, Amelia Earhart was just miles from becoming the first woman to fly around the world. But in a radio transmission filled with static and panic, her final words were, "We are on the line 157-337. We are running north and south." Then silence. A silence that has lasted for over 80 years. What happened to aviation's greatest icon? The disappearance of Amelia Earhart remains one of history's most compelling and unsolved mysteries. This is Untold Legends. Who was Amelia Earhart? Born in Atchison, Kansas in 1897, Amelia Mary Earhart wasn't destined for an ordinary life. From an early age, she displayed an independent spirit and a thirst for adventure. It was a stunt flying exhibition in 1920 that ignited her passion for aviation, leading her to take flying lessons and dedicate her life to the skies. She quickly became a pioneer, renowned not just for her skill, but for her audacity. In 1928, she became the first woman to fly as a passenger across the Atlantic, an achievement that propelled her into superstardom. 4 years later, she cemented her legend by flying solo across the Atlantic, matching Charles Lindbergh's feat and proving that women belonged in the cockpit. She set numerous aviation records, authored best-selling books, and inspired millions with her unwavering courage and determination. She was more than an aviator. She was a symbol of progress, a beacon for women's empowerment. By 1937, Earhart, now 39, had set her sights on her most ambitious challenge yet: to circumnavigate the globe at its longest possible line, the equator. This wasn't just a flight, it was a scientific expedition, a test of human ingenuity and machine. Her chosen aircraft was the Lockheed Electra 10E, a state-of-the-art twin-engine monoplane, affectionately dubbed her Flying Laboratory. Her navigator for this monumental journey was Fred Noonan, a highly experienced and respected figure in aviation, known for his precision and calm demeanor. The first attempt in March failed, but it didn't deter them. On May 20th, 1937, Earhart and Noonan departed from Oakland, California. On their second and successful attempt at the circumnavigation, they flew east, crossing the United States, South America, Africa, and Asia, completing over 2/3 of their journey with remarkable success. By July 2nd, they had reached Lae, New Guinea. Their next destination was Howland Island, a tiny, uninhabited speck of land in the middle of the Pacific, just 2 miles long. This 2,556-mile leg was one of the longest and most perilous of the entire journey. It was a flight into the vast unknown, with minimal navigational aids and a heavy reliance on Noonan's skill, and the radio communications with the U.S. Coast Guard cutter, the Itasca, which was stationed off Howland Island. At 7:42 a.m. local time, after flying for nearly 20 hours, Earhart radioed the Itasca, confirming they were on course. But as they neared the island, their communications became increasingly garbled and intermittent. Earhart reported that they were running low on fuel and could not see the island. The Itasca, despite its powerful radio equipment, struggled to get a clear fix on their position. At 8:43 a.m., the final chilling transmission was received. Earhart's voice, strained and frantic, reported, "We are on the line 157-337. We are running north and south." And then, silence. A massive search and rescue operation was launched immediately, involving the U.S. Navy and Coast Guard. It was the most extensive and expensive search of its kind to date, covering over 250,000 square miles of the Pacific Ocean. But no trace of the Electra or its occupants was ever found. On July 19th, after 2 weeks of fruitless searching, Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan were officially declared lost at sea. Don't miss our next video. Hit the subscribe button. The official conclusion was that the plane ran out of fuel and crashed into the vast Pacific, sinking without a trace. But the abrupt and mysterious nature of their final moments has fueled a fire of speculation and alternative theories that persist to this day. The most prominent is the Gardner Island theory. Proponents suggest that Earhart and Noonan may have missed Howland Island and instead made a forced landing on Nikumaroro, then known as Gardner Island, a tiny, uninhabited atoll about 400 miles to the southeast. Evidence, including a partial skeleton, a woman's shoe, and fragments of what might be an aluminum sheet from her plane, has been found on the island, though none of it is definitively linked to Earhart. The idea is that they may have survived for a time as castaways, sending out their final, desperate radio calls from the remote island before perishing. Another, more dramatic theory is the Japanese capture theory. This suggests that Earhart and Noonan were on a secret reconnaissance mission for the US government, flying over Japanese-controlled territories in the Pacific. According to this theory, they were shot down or captured by the Japanese military, who then executed them or held them as prisoners. While compelling, this theory has never been substantiated with credible evidence from either the US or Japanese governments. In the end, the fate of Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. Her disappearance, rather than diminishing her legend, has only amplified it. She flew not for fame, but for the thrill of the flight, for the advancement of aviation, and for the simple, profound belief that there are no limits to human potential. Amelia Earhart's legacy isn't just in the records she broke, but in the questions she left behind. The enigma of her final flight serves as a permanent testament to the courage of a woman who dared to challenge the impossible, and in doing so became an eternal symbol of adventure and the enduring power of the human spirit. What do you think happened to Amelia Earhart? Let us know in the comments below. And for more incredible stories from history, subscribe to Untold Legends.